Have you ever noticed that some of the world's most successful entrepreneurs share a strange little habit? It's not a high-tech gadget, not a complex productivity system, and definitely not something expensive yet behind many billion-dollar companies. This tiny habit quietly exists. Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, a powerful idea suddenly appears in your mind. An idea for a startup, a product, maybe even a billion-dollar company. The real question is, would you be able to capture it? Or would it disappear within 10 seconds and be gone forever? For most people, that's exactly what happens. Ideas arrive, and then they vanish. But entrepreneurs operate differently. They don't allow ideas to escape. And this is where that small, almost overlooked object enters the story: a simple pen. Yes, many successful founders carry a pen with them. It's not because it's fashionable or nostalgic, but because it's a powerful tool of thinking. A pen isn't just for writing. It's a weapon for capturing opportunity. The biggest problem with ideas is that they are temporary. The human brain produces thousands of thoughts every day, yet only a few of those thoughts carry real value. Then those valuable thoughts often live for just a few seconds. If they aren't captured, the next thought pushes them away, and they disappear. Entrepreneurs understand this psychological reality. They don't rely on memory, rely on systems. And one of the simplest systems in the world is a pen and paper. Think about sitting in a coffee shop while reflecting on a problem. Suddenly your mind connects to concepts, and a solution appears, maybe a product, service, or a completely new business model. If you don't capture that moment, the idea quickly fades into mental noise. But if you write it down, something fascinating happens. The thought becomes real. When an idea touches paper, your brain begins to treat it seriously. Writing is not just a memory tool, it is a thinking tool. Throughout history, this simple habit has shaped extraordinary innovations. Take Leonardo da Vinci as an example. He wasn't only a painter, he was an inventor, scientist, and visionary. One of his most powerful habits was carrying notebooks everywhere he went. Inside those notebooks were thousands of sketches, observations, and radical ideas, from flying machines to engineering concepts centuries ahead of their time. Imagine if he had never written those ideas down. Many of them might have disappeared with a single passing thought. The pen allowed his imagination to survive beyond the moment. Another fascinating example is Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Group. Branson has built hundreds of businesses across industries like airlines, music, telecommunications, and even space travel. Yet one of his most famous habits is extremely simple. He always carries a notebook. During meetings, flights, and even casual conversations, he writes down ideas. Branson once said, "An idea not written down is an idea lost." And that statement reveals something important about entrepreneurial psychology. Entrepreneurs don't just think about ideas, they capture them. The moment an idea is written down, a powerful mental process begins: clarity. Many times we believe our ideas are clear in our minds, but the moment we try to write them, we realize how incomplete they actually are. Writing forces the brain to slow down and organize thoughts. When the mind slows, deeper insights emerge. That's why founders brainstorm on whiteboards, designers sketch concepts, and inventors maintain notebooks filled with experiments and observations. Creativity doesn't live only in the mind. It lives in the interaction between the mind and the page. There's also another psychological force at work: commitment. When you write something down, it stops being imagination and becomes intention. Words on paper create a subtle sense of responsibility. Research on goal setting repeatedly shows that people who write down their goals dramatically increase their chances of achieving them. Writing transforms vague thoughts into concrete direction. Entrepreneurs intuitively understand this: brigadier to writing, writing to strategy, strategy to execution. Every billion-dollar company once started as a small written thought. Facebook was once a dorm room concept. Amazon began as a simple plan for an online bookstore. Tesla started as a risky vision about electric vehicles. But every one of those visions required a moment when someone captured the idea instead of letting it fade away. That moment is rarely glamorous. Sometimes it happens in a quiet cafe, sometimes on an airplane. Sometimes at 2 in the morning when a sudden realization appears. The entrepreneur who is prepared captures that moment. Everyone else later says, "I had an amazing idea once, but I forgot it." And this reveals a profound difference between ordinary thinkers and successful entrepreneurs. The difference is not always intelligence, it is preparedness. Entrepreneurs prepare themselves for ideas. They prepare for opportunities and unexpected insights. A pen becomes a constant reminder that ideas matter. It signals to the brain that thoughts are valuable and worth capturing. Over time, something remarkable begins to happen. The mind becomes more aware of opportunities. Problems begin to look like potential businesses. Everyday conversations spark innovative concepts. Patterns appear where others see randomness. Entrepreneurial thinking becomes stronger because it is being trained. In this sense, the pen is more than a tool. It is a symbol of awareness, creativity, and action. Carrying a pen quietly tells your brain that your ideas deserve attention, and who knows? The next billion-dollar idea might appear in the most ordinary moment of your day. The question is not whether ideas will come to you, they always do. The real question is whether you will be ready when they arrive. Because history shows us that some of the world's most powerful companies began with nothing more than a single line written at the right time, a thought captured before it disappeared. So think about this carefully. If the next great idea suddenly appears in your mind, will you capture it or will it vanish like thousands of ideas before it? If you enjoy exploring deep insights about entrepreneurship, creativity, and the psychology of success, make sure you like this video. Subscribe to The Pen Effect, and watch the next video. Because in the next episode, we're going to explore a surprising truth about ideas and success that might completely change the way you think about innovation.